Good morning, class. Today we're going to be talking about how to share our feelings through performance. One way to do that is a special word called improv. So I'm going to write it down on the board for you guys. And I'm going to write the definition as well. So improv is a way that we can show our feelings or ideas when we perform. So when actors and actresses get on stage or they're in movies, they're trying to show you how they feel or they're trying to express an idea. So it's very important that the audience understands, what they're doing up there. So improv is a way that actresses and actresses get to do that. So today, we're going to get to do that. In an exciting way, we're going to pretend to be different objects, and we're going to show how those objects would feel in different situations. So I want you guys to give me an object, and we're going to see how that object would feel. So who has an object for me? One? What's your object? A toothbrush. Very good. All right. So I want you guys to think how it would feel to be a toothbrush. Are you a brave toothbrush that conquers plaque? Or are you a scared toothbrush that doesn't want to go in the mouth? I want you guys to think real quick to yourselves. That means we're quiet and we're just thinking. Oh, all right. Good job. All right. I want you guys to think how it would feel to be a tooth in somebody's mouth. Are you scared? Are you excited? Are you brave? Think. We're thinking to ourselves. We're thinking quietly. Good job. All right. Who can give me another object? Sally, can you give me an object? Great. A tree. All right. I want you guys to think you're a tree in the woods somewhere. Is it raining? Is that making you feel angry? Is it sunny and you're hot and you're tired? I just want you to think to yourselves quietly on how you would feel. All right. So when we use improv, we are showing how we feel through different actions. And so you guys have to act out how you would feel today. So I want you guys to help me with a scenario. And we're going to pretend to be a pen and a paper. So I have written these up here, and I want you guys to think to yourselves on how you would feel being the pen and how you would feel being the paper. So we're going to take 2 minutes and we're going to think. And we're going to think on how we would feel. Are we excited to be written on? Are we scared that the boy's going to squeeze us too hard when he writes with us? I just want you to think on how you would feel. I'm going to call on you in a second. And we're going to share our responses. All right. So I have recorded your responses for you for time purposes. So up here, I have all what you guys wrote and how you feel and how if you were the pen or if you were the paper. So you guys said you're a brave pen, you're creative, you like to draw different pictures. Some of you said you were scared, you didn't want to be used. And for the paper, we came up with frightened and tired. And somebody said ripped, which kind of didn't work, but if you want to show you're ripped, maybe you want to show that you're worn out and you're scraggly, and that's a different way to show that word. So now I want you guys to pretend that these two things met up in real life, and they're going to have a conversation. And we have to show how they feel when they're having this conversation. So I want you guys to think to yourselves of what they would say to each other when they meet up. And we're going to write it together on a board. So again, for time purposes and lack of audience, I came up with the conversation that they would have, and these would, be by students if I had them. So I'm just going to read through it. So the pen would say, "Hi, you look nice." And when you're reading it and you're going over it with students, I would just, kind of make it a silly voice or a different tone of voice just to keep them engaged and make it more fun. And the paper would say, "No, I'm too young to be used." And the pen would reply, "You have no choice." And again, the tone of voice is very important when you're doing that. So back to the video. All right, so you guys came up with a really nice conversation, and you kept in mind, okay, so the paper is feeling scared, so he doesn't want to be used, okay? That's how you're showing that he's scared. And the pen is brave, and he's saying you have no choice. So you guys came up with a great conversation. I'm confident that you guys can do it on your own, so you're going to try it. So I'm going to give you a partner, and you guys are going to go back to your seats, and I'm going to give you a card. And your card is going to have two objects on it that kind of go together. So I might give you a pen and a paper. I might give you a grill and a steak. I might give you a toothbrush and a tooth. And you and your partner are going to have to come up with a conversation that they would have. And you have to keep in mind of how they would feel. So you're not going to say, if you're a grill, you're not going to say, gee, I don't want to make any food, because that's the whole purpose of a grill, is to make food. So you have to keep in mind, how they would feel and what the object is. So go back to your seats, and I will give you your partners. And again, for time purposes and lack of audience, so the teacher would walk around through the groups and listen, and if the groups are struggling, she might give them pointers to help facilitate the conversation. If they're doing a really good job, she might ask them questions or give them a harder object to be. So if students finish quickly, they can change roles. So if they are steak and a grill, the kids might change to be a grill and a steak and run through the conversation again. Or the students can pick different objects and have a whole different conversation with them. Alright, now that I have you guys back on the carpet, I want to go over what we learned today. So, we learned about a very special word. Can anybody tell me what this very special word is? Juan, what's my very special word? Improv. Great. And improv does what, boys and girls? What is that word? Why is it so important? Yazalita? Right, because it's a way that we can show feelings or ideas when we perform. And that's through actions and acting out is what we did today. And so the whole point of when an actor and actress is up there is to show you how they feel and special ideas that they have. And so improv is a way to do that. And you guys did a great job with pretending to be different objects and showing me how they feel. So does anybody want to share with me how they felt being their different object? Carlos? Oh, okay. So he was scissors and paper, and he was super scared to be that paper, and he did not want to be cut. Was it hard to come up with your ideas in your conversations? Yeah. So sometimes we have to really think of how it would feel to be that object in order to pretend to be it. And so that's what we did today. And you guys did a great job.